Hi, welcome to my Monday Night Live. I'll just give it a minute or two just to let some people join and then we'll get started. All right, how about if we get going then? So, I'm Terry and I'm from Terrific Cards, and this is my Monday Night Live coffee and a card. So, I have my coffee, which is not coffee, it's tea, and we're making a card tonight. So I like these because I get to chat with you and see what's going on in everyone's world. As you can see tonight, I'm wearing my Nashville shirt. We went to Nashville 2 weeks ago, had a great time, and I'm back to work this week. So life is hectic again. And last winter, we had a big storm and our fence fell down, part of it anyway. And so we've been living with this horrible orange snow fence since last fall, and it's been driving me just a little bit crazy. Well, this weekend, thank goodness, we were able to finally get the new fence up, and so I am thrilled that that is finally done, and now Harley can enjoy the yard without, us worrying that there's just a orange snow fence there holding her back. And yeah, not that she's really tried to get over it or through it or anything, but still, it just looks much better to have an actual fence. So yeah, so here I am Monday night. Worked hard all day today, and I got you guys a card ready to make. It's actually using the Latte Love, fittingly enough, stamp set and dies. So I hope you like that. And make sure that if you're joining me, say hi in the comments so I know you're here. And if you're joining in the replay, you can go ahead and leave comments as well. I'll be checking back later. And yeah, so answer any questions that you might have, or if you just want to chat. All right, let's set this tea aside. It's kind of gloomy here. I think it's going to rain. So, all right. So our card. So this is the. Oh, let's move this down to my table. There we go. This is the Latte Love stamp set, and so that's what I'm using for the card tonight. My supplies here, and this is our card. So I posted the supplies in the description of the event, and hopefully you had a chance to have a look at that and get yours gathered together. You can join along and make a card. If you have the stamp set, you can make this card. If you don't have the stamp set, it's great. You can just make a similar card using what you have. So don't worry too much about that. And if you just want to watch, that's cool too. All right, so let's get started. So I'm going to set this up here. And I'm going to take my thick white cardstock. And it's already scored, so I'm going to fold that. Find my bone folder. There we go. Some dog hair on my thing, which is not surprising because there's dog hair everywhere. All right, so there's my card front. So I'm just going to set that right over here for a minute. And I'm going to take my DSP and I'm going to take my white cardstock piece. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to take a Stampin' blend. The one that I have here is SU100, and it's a darker brown. So I'm going to take the brush end of this and I'm going to take the lid and I am just going to flick lightly on the card here. We just want to get some splatters on there. Now you don't want to do this too hard because you don't want to ruin the tip of your Stampin' blend. But you just want to flick lightly. There we go. I think that's probably good enough. All right. So I'll bring this up a little bit closer so you can see it. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of flex in there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to tear it. And I'm going to tear it down here so that we have that pattern paper showing through. So when you're tearing, you want to just keep your fingers close together. That gives you more control. And we are just going to tear that right down to the bottom. There we go. All right. So we've got two papers there. Put that one right. And there's my designer series paper and my piece of cardstock. All right. So I'm just going to glue that. Oops. So I just want to. Oh my goodness. Usually I have a silicone mat, which is great for these situations. If you don't have one, it is so multi-purpose. I like to use it not just for, doing different things with the ink, but because adhesive doesn't stick to it. So it's great when you need to get your adhesive started. You can just pull it along the mat and it gets that adhesive going for you. All right, so now I'm going to put this on top of here. We're going to glue that down. There we go. Cool, cool. All right, so that's that piece. Let's go ahead and put this on the card front, and we're going to use some dimensionals. And you know what? I like to use up all of my dimensionals, and right now, most of this is pretty much done. So I'm going to use up the side pieces. I'm just going to cut those out. No point in wasting, right? All right, here we go. Now this is a cool, the back side of the paper is cool too, so you could have used that one as well. I did like the blue though. I like to use quite a few dimensionals just because I don't want it to sag. There we go. All right, peel this off. Have you seen my nails, by the way? I posted them online, but my watermelon nails. Feeling very summery. Now I'm just hoping that the weather cooperates and comes along. All right. So we're going to glue that down to the card front. There we go. Okay, so that's dimensional mold on there. And then the next thing we are going to do is, I already have this cut out. So I cut this circle out and it's just in white. And we're just going to adhere that also. But all I'm going to do is I'm only going to put adhesive on the one side of it because the other side is just over here. So it doesn't really matter if it's glued down. On that side, it's going to be sticking out just a little bit, which is fine as long as it's glued down on one side. And we're going to kind of center that. There we go. Perfect. All right. Oops. Keep moving things up the table. All right. Here we go. Okay. So we've got that part done. Now what we need to do is we need to stamp and cut out our cups. So we are going to take our stamp and we are going to get some black ink. Okay, so I'm going to start with the black. Once again, this is a really simple card. It's not going to take very long to do, but those are the ideal type of cards, right? The ones that look really nice, but didn't take us. I'm just cleaning off the stamp here on my chamois because I need to stamp it again in Lost Lagoon. So there's my Lost Lagoon ink. And I am just going to stamp that. There we go. Perfect. Clean that up. Okay, now I want you to take some stamping blends. I have Lost Lagoon, light and dark. And I'm going to take the black one. And I'm going to use the brush end on this. And I'm going to color in around the outside of the cup here. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm following the little hash marks on the cup. So I'm going to take that and I'm just going to go down here. And I am no artist. So I like that these stamps have kind of some spots where if you want to color it in, you can follow it. That was a really nice line there, eh? You can follow it with your stamping blends and it gives that shadow appearance there. So just do a little bit there. And my coloring does not have to be perfect because I am going to color it in again. I'm going to blend it with light. Just going to carefully go around this little area here. Once again, I've gone out of the line there, but it doesn't matter. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to color this in and blend that. And I'm being very light with the markers. You really don't need to add any pressure at all when you're coloring with these. So when I get closer to the middle, I'm just going to go really, really light. And so I'm barely putting any pressure on this. I'm just dragging it across the cardstock. And what it's going to do is it's actually going to give it really light coloring. So if you look here, you can almost see that it's kind of dark in spots, but then it gets really light right around here. And that's what I want. I want it to create those shadows and that pop of light in the middle there. So there we go. Isn't that cool? And that was really quick too. It doesn't have to be, nothing has to take you forever. You can take your time coloring it. I mean, you don't have to, rush through it. I'm just going to clean this edge up a little bit here. There we go. So yeah. And that was really quick, right? And if you like coloring, then you can sit down in front of the TV, color a few of these and get them, so you have them cut out and colored, and then you just have to make cards. You're just assembling, which is really handy when you need a card. I'm just going to stamp this coffee into the middle of here, and I'm using Pecan Pie. There's a bit of a gold layer here, so I can't see quite as well. That's not bad. Over here too. There we go. Ta-da! Okay. What do you think so far? I like it. All right, now I need to cut these out. So I'm just going to move a few things aside here so that I can bring in a little mini cut and emboss machine. And my plates. There we go. Oh dear. All right. A little bit too big for that, so I'm just going to cut this down. My paper's just a bit big. That's okay. All right. Oh dear. That's not good. I am missing a plate here. Okay. This is what happens when things are live. I hope you will excuse me for just 1 second while I go and grab that plate. Entertain yourselves for just a minute. right, were you sipping your coffee while I was gone? See, this is the thing. I don't pretend to be perfect. Most stampers are not perfect. Even the ones that you see on the YouTube videos, just a little bit out of breath. The ones that you see online from the big companies and stuff, they're not perfect. They do those videos over and over and over again. They do the projects over and over and over again so that they can get them right. So if you think that anybody goes online and one and done without mistakes, you're probably mistaken, because nobody, even if they look perfect, well, most certainly not. There we go. We'll cut out our second one here. Make sure I got the right spot. It moved a little bit on me there. Okay. Perfect. Cool. Dun-dun. There we go. Didn't. We got this. Just little problems. No big deal. There we go. There's my 2 cups. Let's bring our card back in here. And I am going to take some dimensionals. We have a few here. There we go. And I want the white one on the bottom. Take that and place it. And then I'm going to place my second one. All right, here we go. Looks good. There. All right, so then we need our sentiment. To the side again, let's bring in our black cardstock and our Thanks So Much stamp, some Versamark. And I have white embossing. So we're going to stamp the sentiment. I have one straight edge there, so I'm going to use it. There we go. That's good. Put that up. So then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors. Now you can use a paper trimmer too. I think I used a paper trimmer on the original card, but that's okay. So I'm just going to cut it. Hopefully that's fairly straight. Oh, that doesn't look too bad at all, actually. All right, there we go. So then I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive to that. Stick to my fingers. And we are going to put that straight on there. There we go. All right. And then we need some bling. We've got these adhesive back swirl dots. They come with the Latte Love. And of course, my teacher pick tool. And I think I want these darker ones up at the top here. And I'm just going to put a couple of these right down here at the bottom. There we go. All right. And that, my friends, is our card. Simple. It took us less than a half an hour. And we've got a nice card that we can give out. And I think my daughter's probably going to be stealing this card because she's mentioned several times that she really likes this stamp set and every card that I create with it. So I have a feeling that these cards might go missing. So there you go. Another card in the books. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate you joining me tonight. Enjoy your coffee or whatever beverage you might be drinking. Sit down, relax, take some time for yourself, and just create something. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to take a long time. Even if you don't get it done, just sit down, enjoy some time for yourself. And yeah, that's what life's about, right? All right. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I'm going to go relax, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.